Humiliated.
As the Buccaneers and the Falcons rested during their bye week yesterday, the Saints labored, and there were no fruits to their labors. With a victory over the winless Rams, the Saints could have separated themselves further from the Bucs and the Falcons, who were tied for second behind them in the NFC South. Instead, the Saints allowed the Bucs and the Falcons to draw closer to them, while the Saints squandered that opportunity. Now the schedule maker has each of them lined up, giving the Saints the chance to separate.
We have a great opportunity this week at home. Tampa coming back after playing them a few weeks back, and then going on the road to Atlanta before our bye week. Two huge divisional games that we need to bring forth, put forth our best foot, play our best football.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama will be the mecca of a college football Saturday this weekend, and that's where Juan Kincaid has more on the reason why.
When LSU beat Alabama a season ago in Tiger Stadium, it snapped the Crimson Tide's two-game win streak against the Tigers. But did losing that game also give Bama the extra motivation they need for this weekend's showdown?
I don't know that there's any added motivation, or if anybody's sitting around thinking about what happened last year. I think everybody's kind of looking forward to the opportunities that they have right now. I think there's certainly lessons to be learned anytime you play a team year in and year out, and maybe all those things.
There's no doubt about that. But I feel like sometimes some of the plays that we didn't play the technique right, and I feel like that comes with a lot of guys not playing with each other for that long. A lot of guys not being as mature as they are now. So I definitely don't feel like that's going to be the fault this year.
Unlike most teams, LSU hasn't been intimidated when playing here in Tuscaloosa. They've won 5 of the last 7 meetings on Bama's home field. In Tuscaloosa, I'm Juan Kincaid. With more on the Tigers, let's go to Baton Rouge and Scott Cody.
The last 5 SEC championship teams here at LSU have all done one thing: win at Bama. That kind of pressure has been embraced and cultivated all season by Les Miles into what just could be the most confident team in the country. And Miles said today he expects nothing less this Saturday in Tuscaloosa.
I want our guys to play with emotion and passion, and frankly, I don't know how high too jacked up is, and I've not seen it. I've not seen where our guys have not been able to play a thinking man's game with the excitement and the passion of jacked up, to use your words.
Already there is some lobbying to make Saturday's game a national semifinal, if you will. Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, hear Les Miles' thoughts on a potential rematch between LSU and Alabama in the BCS title game. With the Tigers in Baton Rouge, Scott Cody, Channel 4, Eyewitness Sports.
On the eve of All Hallows Eve, the Rams and the Saints were already in costumes that few would have guessed. The Rams donned the uniforms of the Saints and the Saints the uniforms of the Rams. There's simply no other way to explain each becoming the other so quickly except this. There were all sorts of reasons for the Rams to take the Saints seriously, and did. There were all sorts of reasons for the Saints to take the Rams lightly, and did. But then again, didn't we all? Despite all the warnings to the contrary, it was virtually impossible not to. Weren't the Rams the worst in the league defending the run? Hadn't DeMarco Murray sliced them up for 253 yards the week before, including a 91-yard touchdown? His one run was 35 more than the 56 the Saints would rush for as a team. The Rams hadn't converted a turnover into a touchdown all season. Against the Saints, they would get 2 interceptions and turn them both into touchdowns. In the last 40 years, the Saints were the 4th team to score 62 points in 1 week, and the 3rd of those 4 teams to lose the week after they had. By the end of the game, the Rams had changed the mood in the Edward Jones Dome from funereal to festive. Early in this one, the PA announcer promoted a travel package for the Ram fans to go to Cleveland for the game against the Browns in 2 weeks. Somehow the phone lines in St. Louis withstood the barrage of calls that followed. He implored the fans in the stands to be respectful to your neighbors. Finding any in the sparsely filled Jones Dome was the greater challenge. A contest during a timeout pitted teams trying to mummify one of its members head to toe with toilet paper before the others. I'm not making this up. The winner got a gift and a chance to leave another Rams loss with his identity gratefully concealed. Instead, it was the Saints fans who suffered through their first real smackdown of the season, monster mashed by a winless football team scoring the biggest upset of the weekend as its biggest underdog. But if we've learned anything the last 2 games, it's that last week means nothing this week. And this week will become next week's last week and hopefully mean just as little. Chatting with Bradley Handwerger, WWLTV.com, coming up at 6:30.
Beautiful. Thanks. We'll take a look ahead of Eyewitness News.